Okay, this video is about how to do lightning. So the first video I did was about the shield, and I updated it, made it look more three-dimensional looking. But now I'm going to do lightning, and so it's going to actually destroy the monster instead of making them bounce back like the shield did. Also, I used the deactivate for the first video on the shield, and it worked fine, but then I was trying to do the deactivate for the thunder, and it didn't work correctly because, like I said at the beginning, it's deactivated the shield until you collect it, then it's activated. So I had to use a switch statement, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So let me just show you the thunder here. I'm going to add the sound to it. So now this right here is the thunder, and then that's shield, of course. So let me show you. Alright. And it doesn't work for the second time. Alright, so it only works one time, it seems like. So this right here is called the shield attack off. This one's called the thunder off because you haven't collected it yet. So let me demonstrate here. So for some reason you can only use one package of thunder or one package of shield. It won't allow you to do it twice for some reason. So once you use the package for the thunder and one for the shield, that's it. You're done for, I guess, for that room anyways. So use it wisely. So we're going to talk about the thunder image for a second here. So the size of it is 1072 by 700. And I don't have it visible. The depth's -900 because you want to make sure it's kind of in front of the character. Will kind of push back a little bit so you can see your items that you collect, of course, but just push back behind your face image. But you want to make sure it's kind of in front of everything else, such as like the monsters and the things you pick up. So you do a create statement, and then you want to make sure that the thunder sound is turned off, the electricity when you collect it. So when you first start the game, the image is not visible, and you're going to stop the electricity from happening after you collect it and use it up. Then it's going to stop the sound. Then you have your thunder electricity here that animates. That's just an image, and the depth is -900. You're going to have the sound playing, the electricity sound, until after it gets switched off. Then it's going to stop the electricity. I just showed you that on the object thunder off. And then you're going to have a variable set up here in the control tab that's going to animate the thunder at 0.1. So it's going to make it be slow. So I only have two images here for the thunder that moves kind of quick, but then when I put that variable in there, it's going to make it go slow, especially at that rate, 0.1. Then you're going to have an alarm set up here in the main 2 tab and set it for like 80 milliseconds, and the alarm zeros can kick in, and it's going to switch it off. So it's going to change the thunder on to thunder off, and I'll talk about that in a minute. That's your images, your circle images that are going to be surrounding you. Say yes, perform the event, and you're also going to switch off your image of your thunder from showing electricity to going and then you want to make sure and then it's going to switch off to the object thunder off image, which is blue, which is not visible. So this is what I was talking about before. I used a deactivate statement versus a switch statement, because for some reason when I collected the shield, it also did the thunder too at the same time, which I didn't even collect the thunder yet. Or if I collected the thunder, then it would do the shield as well. So it did both at the same time with using the deactivate and activate code. So I had to use the change statement here, switch statement, which is in the main one tab. So I use the switch statement versus using the deactivate and reactivate images, because like I said, it was messing up where it was I collect one image, one item, and it would actually be doubled. I'll be using thunder and the shield at the same time. So the deactivate and reactivate don't work for picking up two different images of, picking up two different items such as the shield and the thunder. Whereas it would work if you just collected either the shield or the thunder. You could use the deactivate and activate statement. But if you're using both, if you have you have both in the same room, you have the shield and thunder, don't use the deactivate and activate code. You want to use a change instance instead, because that will work where it would, it won't show both at the same time when you collect one. Alright, and then set it to 900, the depth for the electricity. Alright, and then you're going to have these images down here which says shield off and then thunder off. This is what really makes it happen. So they're turned off when you first they're not visible on the screen when you first start the game because you haven't collected the box yet. So do a create statement, and then you drag over a coded sheet in the control tab, and this is going to state that this circle image is going to stay in place with the character. When the character moves, the circle image is going to follow him, and then this circle image is actually placed on the ground. So when you move, it moves on the ground, but it's not visible, of course, because you haven't collected anything. So this is what really, this image right here, the circle image that follows you on the ground, this is what makes, when the monster comes and hits that circle image, and when it's activated, that's what makes it really be pushed back by using the shield or being destroyed by the thunder. Because like I said, the thunder image is just a thunder image. It's just like, a cosmetics look. But this is what really makes it happen. The circle that's visible, and then it becomes active when you collect the box. So you have to have a placeholder, which is this right here, which is not visible when you first start the game. So it follows you, and then when you collect the box, the placeholder becomes active but not visible, because you just want the thunder image showing up. But the thing that's not active, which is the thing that's following you, that's what the monster walks onto, and that's what makes him bounce back using the shield or the thunder. When he hits that circle, he gets destroyed. So in the step event, you're going to also make sure that this placeholder is going to follow the character by using this code right here. So you need this code right here as well as this code right here to make it follow the character. Alright, so right now it's just a placeholder. It's following the character until when he collects it, then it's going to be active. So you make sure it's set to solid. Now it's active, now it's on the ground, and if the monster comes on top of that circle, walks on top of that circle, he's going to die because you're using the thunder here. So then the same thing applies. The target's going to follow the character, and then the step event is also going to follow the character. You need this length, direction, X and Y, as well as this information right here for it to follow the character when it's active. And so when the boss or the bad guy hits this circle here, then he's going to be destroyed. Or if he hits the circle when you have the shield, he's going to bounce back. So set the origin to 33 by 33, so you're going to make sure it's centered. Make sure it's solid, of course, because that's what's going to make the monster be destroyed when it's solid. And then go to the monster images here, and then when the circle image is active, then it's going to destroy the monster. set it to self, and then you're going to also have a coded sheet here that's going to say completely destroy. So instance create destroy monster. So it's going to show the image of the monster being destroyed. So it doesn't matter what state he's in. So if you hit him once, then he'll go to monster 2. And then, like I said, because you have to hit him like 3 or 4 times before he's dead, right? But so in each of the images of blocks of the monster, you want to have the same thing. When he collides with the thunder, it's going to destroy him, and it's also going to show the image of him dying. So it's kind of the same setup with the shield, but in the shield situation, you're going to have him bounce back. So, but in the thunder we're talking about now, in each of the images of the monster, because you have to hit him like 4 times before he's dead completely, you want to have the thunder collide with the monster, so it's going to destroy the image of the monster, and it's going to show the image of him dying for a couple seconds, and then he's gone. The monster's gone. And that's pretty much okay. Let me see. And then he has to. So, like I said, these images right here are laid on top, so it's a placeholder. So when you collect the shield box or the thunder box, then it's going to be active. But those images have to be on top. The green and blue square images have to be on top, so that way the image will switch from not being visible to being visible where it shows the lightning or the shield. If you don't have these images on screen here, the green or blue box that fills the whole screen, then it's not going to show the image of the shield or the thunder animating. And you need that to show that it's doing something. So when the character collides with the thunder box, right here, where's the thunder box? Right here, thunderstrike box. Then it's going to switch the off thunder, which is this blue image that fills the whole screen, to thunder attack, which is the image of the lightning, electricity. And say it yes, perform yes, and then you're going to switch the thunder off to thunder on. That's the circle image which follows you. So you have the placeholder that follows you, and then once you collect the thunder box, and it's going to switch that placeholder to being active, but still following you. So when the monster comes and hits that circle image on the floor, which you can't see, it'll destroy it. And then it's also going to destroy. It's going to destroy the thunder box when you collect it. And then you have a draw event in here, which is going to draw the thunder box. And then when you go around the box, it's going to follow you, so it looks 3D, the box, but it's really 2D. That's what this code does. And the sprint image is in here, and it looks like this thunder box, and X and Y coordinates 5630, so it's kind of in the middle. And it's do a variable which is going to make it not animate, of course. And that's pretty much it. That's how you do it. Make sure the depth's at -20, and then I set mine to 7, so that's the height of the box, how big it's going to be on screen. You could make that 6 or 5 or whatever, which would make it smaller, or make it 8 or 9, which would make it taller. And someone asked me about how to do bobblehead, or how to look up or down. I don't know how to use the Z-axis yet. I'm not sure how to do that yet. I'll try to experiment with that in the future. But as of now, I just provided a link about how to use the Z-axis, which, once I figured out how to do it, you'll be able to, once I know how to use the Z-axis, and you'll be able to jump or bend down or look up, look down, or bobble back and forth when he walks. But as now, I'm not sure how to do that yet. It's kind of complicated. I'm trying to figure it out, but it's not easy. And I can't seem to find a demo on it yet for Fake 3D with how to do the big bobblehead or whatever. But then I have seen some on the actual 3D. You know, when things are actually 3D, there is a Z-axis. But I try to apply that to the Fake 2D, and it doesn't seem to work for some reason. So bear with me. I'm trying to still work on that. But as of now, I'm not sure how to do the Z-axis right now. Alright, so this will conclude this video on how to do a Thunderstrike box. Thanks for watching.